Hello, I'm Helen Colebrook and welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited about today's YouTube video because I'm going to be sharing with you my second book. I can't believe I even get the chance to say that, but I have a new book coming out and I'm going to share all of the details with you in this video. So it's called Journal with Purpose, Layout Ideas 101, and the book is full of lots of journaling inspiration, so loads of layouts and also lots of journal prompts, so creative prompts, writing prompts, hopefully everything that you need to kind of kickstart your journaling or give you lots more inspiration. And I signed the contract for this book back in the beginning of 2020 when the world was a completely different place, and it really took me a long time to go through and get all of the ideas that I really wanted to include in this book down on paper. So in this video I'm going to share with you some of my planning stages behind the book, my advance copies, some of the behind the scenes from the photo shoot, and then also a flip through of the completed book. So I really hope you're going to enjoy seeing a little bit of what went into the book and then seeing how everything came together. And I'll be popping back in at the end of the video to let you know more about where and when it's available. So I really hope you enjoy this. It's now the 21st of February. A few days ago on the 18th, I had the first planning meeting with my publishers to set out everything that needs to happen for my second book. So I'm really excited. The contracts are signed and we're now just going through that stage of working together to talk about how the book's going to look, what's going to be included and those kinds of things. So my first date that I'm working towards for my advanced material is the 20th of May with final delivery by the 23rd of July. So I did a little bit of planning before the meeting, and these are all of the rough notes that I took when we were there, thinking about the different categories that are going to be included and how that's all going to work. And I've then started to do a bit of a plan of the things that I need to do next. The first thing we needed to do was to sort out some templates for me to work on. So I've received these in the post this morning. So these are going to be my narrow page templates for my sort of standard size traveller's notebook. And I'll just be using these underneath my own paper so that I've got a template behind. And I've then also got one for my A5 page templates as well. So we've got those sorted, so there's nothing holding me back now, I just need to crack on. I had to check some paper quality because I want to make sure that the paper that I'm actually creating on to send over to the publishers is good and going to be able to stand up to all of the different paints and things. And also they asked me just to do a scan of some of my kind of bumpier pages with things like pressed flowers and wax seals, just to check that they're all going to scan through and look okay for when it comes to actually finishing the book. So at the moment I'm feeling quietly optimistic, thinking, yeah, I've got plenty of time, but I know from last time, from experience, how quickly it goes. But so yes, this is my plan for now. I'm going to start listing out each of the categories that I want in the book and start working on them. Today is the 21st of May and I have just submitted my advance material to my publishers. And I thought I'd just give you an insight into kind of how I roughly plan things out and where I'm at the moment. So this was a rough plan of the things I need to do, the categories that I want to cover in the book. And because we're looking for roughly 101 layout ideas and 500 journal prompts, I've worked out how many I need to fit kind of in each category where they make sense to do so. So for my advance, I needed to submit 3 categories, and that's what I've just done. And I've got now then the rest of this to work on, which has to be submitted by the 23rd of July. I already know that's going to be pretty tight. I'd planned to have got lots more done by now, but with everything that's happened during lockdown and my HR consultancy work just going through the roof during that time, it's already put me behind, but I've met the advance deadline, so I'm just happy about that for now. So these are the 3 categories that I've submitted. And the first one is Be Grateful. And I've been using a template that's been provided to me. And this is kind of the left and right hand page. And my watercolour pages that are going in. So I send them the originals of all of these pages. And I also send them a copy with kind of my notes on how I would use these types of pages as well. So this one I created with some scrapbooking paper. So they're quite thick, so I'm going to be interested to see how these all scan once the publishers have had a go with them. So that was my Be Grateful section. This is my mood trackers with my washi tape pages, circular tracker. This one I did using alcohol markers, which you can see comes right through the page. Watercolour leaves, and then my watercolour donuts. I had so much fun doing those. And then the final category that I've submitted as part of the advances is for the habit tracker. And so for this I've done a circular tracker, probably the kind of tracker you're most used to seeing me use. But I wanted to make sure there was lots of inspiration for everybody really, depending on what kinds of things they wanted to use their journal for, how many things they wanted to track. So I've had a go at doing this kind of tracker, one with grid washi tape, and then some coloured flowers. So they're all ready now for me to post off to the publishers. And this is what I then send along with them. So for each of the categories, I add an introduction for that, and I then include my creative prompts for actually being able to design the layout, and then also some thoughtful prompts which are related to that category. And then underneath there I start writing on these as just to give an indication to the publishers of how I would use these types of journal pages. So that's where I'm at the 21st of May. So I've got lots more to do. On my first book at this stage, I actually took all the original copies to the publisher because I was worried about them getting lost in the post. But at the moment, that's not possible to do. So I'm going to get them sent over, special delivery, and fingers crossed they're going to all get there safely. So, and now I'll be moving on to the rest of the sections of my book. I thought you might like to see a quick behind the scenes of the photo shoot for the book, and this was filmed in between me submitting my advance pages and then me completing all of the work that was needed for the book. I took along loads of my favourite journals and stationery and art supplies, and it was then quite a long day. We spent lots of time trying to make sure that we got some really beautiful photos to include in the book.
Okay, so this is just a little bit brighter, Sam.
Yeah, that's probably quite nice actually.
This is what you've got a darker one and a brighter one. So
yeah, but can I just move things a little bit?
Yeah,
just
of course.
For the galleries. Sorry, can I just have a pen?
It was really lovely for me because I got to work with Samantha and Jason again, who were the same people who arranged and did all of the photography for my first book too. And it's so exciting at this stage for me, starting to see everything really coming together. I really hope that you've enjoyed seeing a little behind the scenes of the photo shoot, and that perhaps you'll be able to recognise some of these setups when you see the photos in the book itself.
Why do you not want it there?
Well, I want to put this reflector in as close to the bottom as possible.
Today is the 16th of July and I've just finished doing all of the journal pages for the book. So what I've done is put them all into the different chapters. So this is one for the future log. So I've got the original pages there, and then I've also scanned each of them in with some examples of how I use them. So I will be taking those hopefully to the publishers next week in time for the deadline. So I've got future logs, cover pages, monthly calendars, weekly layouts, different daily spreads, and I've tried to tie it in with designs from the first book wherever possible. I've got my reflective journaling, which is the kinds of pages that I do in my traveller's notebook when I do the journal with me. I've really enjoyed doing that chapter. I've also got memory keeping, a currently kind of section where you can record things that you're currently reading, eating, listening to. The Be Proud section, which if you follow me on Instagram, you know they're some of my favourite pages and I show them here on YouTube too. Health and Wellbeing plans. Making a Difference and Kindness section. Goals and Vision Board, which I've really enjoyed this one as well, where I've included different ways where you can start to focus on what you really want to get out of life. Project planning, that's something I've been asked for loads, so I'm really pleased that I've got a section on that in my book. And then I've got the last 3 sections that I did, I really enjoyed. So this one here is all on junk journaling. So I've tried to make these look as similar as possible to my actual kind of junk journal pages that I share and love. So that's my junk journal section, watercolour pages section, and also the ones that I've just finished yesterday, so I've probably still got paint all over me, is my mixed media section. And I love doing these. I've tried to go for a few different styles and techniques. And what I'm hoping is if people are interested, I will actually recreate some of these on YouTube so that you can watch some of those alongside kind of looking at the book and seeing, so you can see how each of these are created. So that's those done. What I've still got left to do in the next week is type up all of the different prompts and descriptions for each of those sections, which I'm a little bit worried about because it's roughly 1,000 words per chapter and I've got 16 left to go, so that's what I'll be doing for the next week. Also excitingly, yesterday I had a copy of the advanced pages arrive, so that's what I had to complete for the kind of first 3 chapters and introduction. And as we did the photo shoot next week, it's now got all of the photos included in that, and I'm so excited. It's kind of amazing seeing now the bits I have already typed and my journal pages being alongside the photos that we took. It's just really exciting for me to see. So we've already got the Be Grateful section there, followed by the habit tracking, and then so we've got then sort of thoughtful prompts at the end of there, and then we've got the monitor your mood or mood tracking, so the pages that I included with a washi tape, my painted donuts. So it's amazing for me to see all of that coming together, and is kind of just the motivation I need at this point to push on through this last week and try and make sure that I get everything done in time for the deadline.
Close your eyes. Get some rest. I'm by your side. Lay your head on my chest. I know you've had a really bad day. But I'm right here, it's gonna be okay. The world could fall down, it's gonna be okay. The sun could go out, we're gonna be okay. If all the blue skies fade to gray, we're gonna be okay. Calm your soul. Hold my hand. Don't let go. I understand. I know it hurts. It wasn't fair. It's over now, so don't despair. The world could fall down, it's gonna be okay. The sun could go out, we're gonna be okay. If all the blue skies fade to gray, we're gonna be okay.
I so hope you enjoyed seeing some of those clips that I put together and that you're really excited about the book. I just still can't believe it at the moment. So the book is due to release on the 13th of April. I will be offering some signed copies of my book along with a sticker sheet, and I'll leave a link to my blog down below. But I do know that international shipping at the moment is not necessarily the best and most reliable, so I'll talk through some other options as well. Cult Pens are amazing and they're supporting the launch of my second book the same as they did with the first one, and they're putting together the most amazing stationery bundle to go with it. So if you're looking out for trying some new supplies, then definitely have a look at what they've got on offer. I'll leave a link to their site down below, and I'd say sign up to their newsletter, because if it's the same as last time, there'll be a limited amount of those bundles that they'll be offering. I'm also going to be doing some things like some recorded interviews and a workshop with Cult Pens online, so sign up to their newsletter to have a look at that. It should be made available on their Amazon sites in the different countries. And another option really worth looking at is Book Depository, because they offer free international shipping. And I'm hoping the same as the first book, that it will get picked up by lots of different bookstores and be available locally at some point too as well. So by the time this video goes out, anything that I know about, any kind of special offers or places that it's going to be on sale, I will definitely leave in the description box below this video. Well, thank you ever so much for watching. I hope you're doing really well, and I look forward to speaking to you very soon in my next video.